The Phoenix Suns begin the game with the basketball. Paul to Durant. It's Russ at the controls. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Westbrook across the timeline. Down 2. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Durant. Has a look. Shot by Durant won't go down. To Westbrook. Nice pass to set things up.
In length, your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Westbrook to Marcus Morris. Nothing going here on that drive. To Marcus Morris. Second effort. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Durant with the basketball up top. They trail by 2. Kevin Durant, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Russ at the controls. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Durant across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. And a putback slam.
And it's still early in this game, but you can't send the wrong message to the offense by letting them think they can own the glass.
Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. Has a chance. Not going down for him this time.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2. DeAndre Ayton at the line. Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Westbrook. Here comes the screen. To Westbrook. From long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
To Booker. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Westbrook to Marcus Morris. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Paul to Durant. To Paul. Durant. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Marcus Morris. To Westbrook. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Paul against the former MVP. Nothing going here on that drive. He gets it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint. He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Ivica Zubac, couple of free throws on the way. 71% for his career. Nope, first one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Phoenix has the ball. Durant to Booker. Here comes the screen. Booker to Durant. 24-second violation. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. LA with 4 to shoot. George. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
And he connects on the first free throw.
That boy got jumper.
Second of 3 is good. Knocks down all 3 at the line. Kevin Durant has it. Step through to get to the basket.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Westbrook to George. Westbrook. They get it to George. Down low. Oh, nice find for the basket. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Lays it up and in.
There are certain guys in this league that were brought to teams to do things that normal players would never think about doing. We call them tone setters.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Kevin Durant rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Durant. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Screen coming. George, tough matchup against Durant. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Paul George has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. The follow won't go either. Now Paul with the basketball. They're down 3. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Westbrook with the basketball. Leads 1. To Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
To George. Paul George. 3 for 4. Good start.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Paul across the timeline. Now down 6. Here comes the screen. Paul. Biombo rocking the rim.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Russ at the controls. To Paul George. Here comes the screen. Paul George looking good. 4 for 5.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here comes the screen. Paul against Westbrook. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Russell Westbrook at the line for 2 shots. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one goes down.
Keep working him out, boy.
And he makes them both. Paul into the front court. Margins 8. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Gets it in the right corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. The follow won't go either. George to Westbrook. Knocked loose. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Paul. Shot clock winding down. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Here comes the screen. PG lets it fly. Paul George. He's now 5 for 6.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
From 18 feet at the buzzer. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Clippers have the basketball. Westbrook. To George. Down low Plumlee. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
DeAndre Ayton. To Durant. Lets it fly from long range. Can't connect. It's no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Westbrook into the front court. Lead stands at 10. To Paul George. Beyond the arc for 3. And it's rebounded by Durant. Here comes the screen. Durant. The pass set it all up.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Russell Westbrook with the rock. To George. For 3. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Durant. Oh, he had him there for a second. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Harry Giles, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 50%. Wants to do better. First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Suns with the basketball. DeAndre Ayton. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Westbrook. That is great vision to set it up. Oh, emphatic slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Kevin Durant. He's 3 for 7.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
Westbrook with it. The lead is 11. To Paul George. To Westbrook. Nice pass to set things up. The monster stuff.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and...
Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Shot from the lane won't go. Powell, guarded by Devin Booker. To George. Marcus Morris, strong finish.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
It's Phoenix ball to Durant. Paul George swats it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Count it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Westbrook across the timeline. The advantage is 13 points. To Paul George. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Now it's been scrappy. Let's see who can take the jump. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Westbrook to Marcus Morris. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys trail by 13. Booker against George. To Durant. Knocked loose. And this will get out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Substitution being made in this one. Durant against Paul George. Over to the right side. To Booker. Durant. Booker. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Gets it in the left corner. Powell to George. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. George lets it fly, and he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does 2 things. Number 1, it creates distance in a hurry. Number 2, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is a difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move, or if you look at the rim, you'll most of the time have the defender jumping out of the shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. Russell Westbrook picked up by Paul. Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. George in a matchup with Booker. Tried to slam it down, but it comes out. To Durant. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Westbrook to Marcus Morris. Shot clock winding down. George. Textbook defense. To Durant. Booker. Durant matched up with Paul George. Fires the 3, and he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Here comes the screen. Kevin Durant with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Into the front court. It's Booker. Down 8. To Durant. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Here's Durant for 2. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Paul George. Big finish at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Westbrook. To Paul George. Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Paul with it up top. Trailing by 10. To Booker.
Screen left coming,
Paul.
screen left coming, screen left.
The Suns with 4 to shoot. Chance for Paul. Off the mark. Westbrook into the front court. His team leads it by 10. Here comes the screen. Russell Westbrook picked up by Booker. To Paul. Screen coming. Durant, defended by Eric Gordon. To Paul. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Westbrook to Marcus Morris. Westbrook to George. Ball's tied up. Neither player wants to give it up. After the tie-up, they're in position for the jump ball. Down to 5 on the 24. 4-3. And the rebound's taken in by Phoenix. Booker with it. They find themselves down 10. Oh, he had it.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipper.
It's Suns ball. Durant. Marcus Morris able to recover with the block. Westbrook with the basketball. Up a dozen. To Marcus Morris. Nice pass to get things going.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
Screen coming. Paul. And a nice finish at the rim.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. To Westbrook. To Powell. It's Westbrook. Deep two there. Won't go. KD with the rock. Goes to the right side. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2-4 now.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Clippers are out in front.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Clippers entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Suns would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets to the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Bench points.
The Phoenix Suns were not given a chance to relax in that opening half. Even when the starters were on the bench, the reserves were maintaining the lead and earning their playing time.
Player of the half.
Paul George did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Durant. Ooh, crisp ball. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop, because honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
Westbrook, a pass stolen by Phoenix.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Paul into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Durant across the timeline. He'll run the offense. To Booker. Short jumper stays out. Westbrook into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Here comes the screen. Gordon in a matchup with Booker. Fires the three and knocks it down. Jay, for the defender, tough to gamble once the ball's behind the arc.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are squared to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Durant with the basketball up top. 14-point deficit. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Powell against Chris Paul. To Westbrook. Step back jumper.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Durant to Booker. Durant to Booker. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. And it's Zubats with the rebound. Westbrook with it. His guys holding the big lead. To Marcus Morris. From long range, he has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
From the painted area, won't go down. Westbrook across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. He throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Westbrook into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Gordon with a shot off the mark. Now Paul with the basketball. His guys down big. Booker. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Gordon, guarded by Devin Booker. Has a look. Gordon shoots, can't connect. Into the front court, it's Booker. Trailing by 15. Even to Zubats. Snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Russell Westbrook against Chris Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. To Westbrook. Gets it in the right corner. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
It's Russ at the controls. Curling inside. Good. Off a spin.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
Booker with it. Down a bundle. To Paul. Has a chance. Shot by Paul. No good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Now the Clippers call a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Westbrook. Gordon picked up by Booker. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Russ at the controls. Short jumper misses. To Booker. The jumper's off the mark. Westbrook to Marcus Morris. Can't connect from inside. To Marcus Morris. Going to launch beyond the arc. Won't go down. Russell Westbrook not to be denied with the follow.
It's good to see Russ go to this point of the game. It's called horse blinders. He only sees the ball and the ring.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. It's LA Clippers ball. Has a look. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Covington. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Here comes the screen. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Westbrook. No good, and no foul. Phoenix with it.
Right.
Sizing up the defense. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from the lane won't go. Robert Covington sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Biombo rocking the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Off the assist.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Stuffs it down with authority. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Here comes the screen. Cruises inside for 2.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Desperation shot here from half court. 3 quarters down, and a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
Here comes the screen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Batum to Westbrook. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Russ at the controls. Covington. Russell Westbrook against Chris Paul to Covington. LA with 4 to shoot. Batum. Westbrook. Not that time. Paul across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. To Paul. And he hits.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
5 seconds to shoot. Westbrook. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Eric Gordon is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 81% free throw shooter. he connects on the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. Three for three. Nice. To Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Stuffs it down with authority.
These are missed opportunities. When a guy puts his head down, the help defender closest to the ball, you need to get your hand and scrape inside there. If he has his head down, he can't see you coming from the blind side.
To Westbrook. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Not that time.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Paul. Durant, guarded by Russell Westbrook. Harry Giles sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
No good. Defense catching a break there.
Match up.
To Westbrook. Lets it fly from long range. Well defended. Covington's a tough matchup. Durant across the timeline. His guys down big. Oh, straight down the middle. 4-2.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
To Westbrook. LA with 4 to shoot.
Cutter, I got yours.
Westbrook. And the Suns secure the rebound. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And the Clippers with the rebound. Nothing going here on that drive. Add 2 points to the board.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Westbrook with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Terrence Ross. It'll stay Clipper basketball. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Russell Westbrook matched up with Paul. To Marcus Morris. Beyond the arc for 3. It's good. And he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
But did you see on that 3-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs. There's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
Marcus Morris with a chance at a 4-point play. For his career, 73%. You can count that one. 4-point play. Kevin Durant with the rock. To Paul. They'll get it to Durant. From the painted area, won't go down. Gordon with it. His guys holding the big lead. Knocked loose. Taken by the Suns. Durant. Marcus Morris pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Can't connect. Has to know what's a good shot and what isn't.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
And look out.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
Two for two on that trip. Durant with the basketball up top. Down a bundle. For three. No good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Westbrook. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. To Westbrook. Fires the three. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. To Booker. Screen coming. Durant. The Suns with 4 to shoot. 4-3. That out of his range and no good. Powell, tough matchup against Durant. Has a look. Gordon shot misses. Durant to Booker. Short jumper won't go down. It was right there. Booker throws it down.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Westbrook, a pass stolen by Phoenix.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Gordon matched up with Booker. Westbrook. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Throws it down.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
In finishes strong. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Kevin Durant lets it go. Not that time. Gordon with it. The lead is 15. To Marcus Morris. Able to convert inside.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Kevin Durant has it. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. To Durant. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. And count the basket.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
To Durant. Fires the three. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
To Powell. Suns control the possession. To Durant. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
LA with 4 to shoot. And he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does 2 things. Number 1, it creates distance in a hurry. Number 2, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is the difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of his shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers emerged victorious after a tight finish. The statistic that seemed to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry. and it was great to see. The Suns must be devastated after such a close loss. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Eric Gordon could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.